Hello everyone, good morning. This is January 28th, 2020, and we're outside. We're going to continue our gardening here. We've been doing that. I'm going to take you through a walkthrough of our garden. Over here we have in this corner Esperanza. This is just a baby Esperanza. Some people call it yellow bell. We'll get yellow flowers. And over here on these posts, I have posts around that I set up, and this is for pitaya cactus. And pitaya cactus is where you get dragon fruit from. And if anyone knows about dragon fruit, it usually sells for $6 a piece in the supermarket. And we have our aloe growing. We transplanted this. Our aloe is a lot different than the aloe that you get in the stores. This is the commercial grade aloe. A lot of people don't know about aloe, that the non-commercial grade one, sometimes you can get pieces, you break off a piece and it will smell like rotten onions, and you don't have that problem with the commercial grade aloe. I don't even know how to buy it. I found it laying alongside the roadway, and that's how I got my, ours, and we keep on separating it when we get new plants. Now over here is papaya, and because of the winter, the leaves got small, otherwise it gets very long. But the winter is coming to an end here, I can tell. And we have papaya on there. And over here we have a calamansi tree. We're trying to grow a lot of calamansi. It's I would say a cross between a lime and a orange. And over here we have kangkong, which is the Filipino word, but it's rivers, what they call river spinach. With just these few pieces, this whole area will fill in. And here's another calamansi. And over here we have blackberry. Now we have blackberry in here, and what happens is with the roots, it spreads underneath the ground, and we got one on this side. And here's our fig tree. Our fig tree, we had so many figs last year we couldn't eat them all. It was just these are turkey figs. You can tell we're getting the green growth here, which means pretty soon this will be all getting leaves and sprouting. And here in these pots we have hibiscus. We're going to transfer these hibiscus plants. And here I have medjool date palms, and I grew this from the seeds. We got medjool dates with the seeds in it. I planted them, and they're coming out. And over here is rosemary, and we have Duranta. We have here this is called oleander. Now here we have some succulents. I don't even know the name of these, but they get a beautiful red flower. And more succulents here. These were broken apart. These were growing like crazy, so they were broken apart and put in individual containers. And then we have sweet potato. Now with sweet potato, not only can you eat the sweet potato, but you can also eat the leaves, and we eat the leaves. Now here is the aloe. This is a bigger specimen. Now we just broke these apart to space them out So we space them out, and they'll keep on growing, and they get flowers on them, these beautiful orange flowers, and the bees are all over them right now. What else? We have green onion, which is scallion. This is growing. And over here, this is a type of spinach. It's called in Filipino alagbate, and it's a climbing spinach. You can put it on a trellis. It will grow. And here's more green onion. And here's Boston fern. We separated these because they were growing so much. And here's our hibiscus here. The flowers are beautiful. More aloe. I have a pineapple plant. I've been trying to grow pineapple here. It's more of a test of who's gonna win, me or nature. And here's more. And here's our olive tree. We had olives for the first time last year on it, but the birds like to eat it, so I have to order a bird net to cover the tree this year. And over here we have a bigger Esperanza. It grows pretty tall. This one's probably about 12 or 13 feet tall. And here is a lime tree. It has some new growth on it. And we have some more plants over here. I forget the name of this plant, but it's the same as this. What you do is you cut it off, and it will get branches and will grow more. And in this pot, we didn't even plant seeds in here, but we have basil grown, different varieties of basil. And more of the succulent. Over here we have a umbrella tree. This is called an umbrella tree. That's doing well. Another Esperanza. This is a lime tree. And we have a papaya growing over here. Now with these papayas, we grow them from seed. And more hibiscus, and we have a banana plant over here in this corner. We have a lot of shoots coming up. And over here, this is a cherry tree. Now we planted this for the first time last year, and we had fruit last year already. The fruit wasn't that good though. And another papaya. And back there, that is called red yucca. It will get a red flower on there. And that's a peacock bush. And more pitaya. And then we grow, now vinca, we buy it at the store one time, and then we plant it, and this has lasted since last year. And we have other little vinca growing, and all we'll do is we'll transplant that along the border. And over here is one of my favorite trees. This is called with the spikes on it, this is called a silk floss tree. This will become a very, very big tree. Now it doesn't have any leaves on it, but it will get the leaves. And over here, this is jasmine, and this is cast iron plant. They call it cast iron plant. if anyone has difficulty in growing plants because they're just not good at it, this is very resilient. This is the plant for you. And what else do we have here? We have the this is moringa, also called malunggay in Filipino.
The one that's an herb, I don't know.
And this is an herb. We don't know what type of herb that is. You don't know what you're growing. Okay. And over here is a lemon bush that we have. We had lemons on it last year. And here is a young lemon growing. And these are the blossoms. We have a lot of blossoms all over the place. And over here we have another moringa or malunggay. And on this side, I built this pergola, but it has a seating area. But what we use the seating areas to put our pots so we can grow our vegetable plants. And back here, this is the loofah plant. It's called pitaya in Filipino, and we planted last year, and it's still growing, and we still got it. Now, with loofah, Americans only know loofah for scrubbing your body. You go to the store, you buy a loofah, and you scrub your body. Filipinos eat it, so they don't let it get hard and brown. That's what we do with it. Until we can scrub with it. They'll actually eat that when it's green. And here's another calamansi bush. This one's getting pretty tall. That's probably about almost 4 feet tall. And we have a lot of plants growing. Now we got more seeds out. My wife is getting the seeds, and we're gonna grow zucchini, thyme, mint, lavender. We have okra, sweet basil, long bean, jute. Now jute, that's another thing that Americans don't eat is jute. Now jute is used for we break it down to make rope, a natural rope. Now what they'll do is they take the leaves of it and they'll cook it and eat the leaves.
This is the seeds.
This is the seeds of the jute, and it is very, very prolific. It will, you know, the amount of seeds that you get from it is unbelievable.
It's a low maintenance plant.
Yeah. And here is
the bitter gourd.
Bitter gourd, which is the ampalaya.
Oh,
We grow that too. That will grow, the ampalaya or bitter gourd, that grows on a trellis also.
This is the seeds of
This is the seeds of the
ampalaya
or bitter gourd. So we have more planting. Now, a lot of people are saying, you're planting your seeds in January? Yes, because here we have a very short spring season, and it's like we go from spring to summer immediately. I've seen it in April where it's like in the 90s already here. So that's why now one of the things we want to do is start our tomatoes right now, because tomatoes, I was reading about, they get a tougher skin when it's hot out. So what we want to do is to grow them now so they don't get a tough skin on them. Now over here we have more malunggay. We put that in like a soup. What else do we have? We have lemongrass. That's good for putting in soups, or you can put that in roasted chickens. It's another calamansi. Hibiscus, of course. This is honeysuckle, and you can see the honeysuckle flowers. So this is our garden, and my wife's mother, she really loves taking care of the garden out here, and this is what we do. It's good to get outside and enjoy nature and everything. And this tree over here is a bottlebrush tree, and we have a very tall oleander over there. That one is probably about I don't know, 12, 13 feet tall. So this is what we do. And when we moved in here, my wife and I, there was no fence here. I did the fence, and there was no plants, and there was no grass back here. So we did everything here. There was absolutely nothing here. So in 10 years time, this is what we've done, and it's a work in progress. We have more aloe back here, so we always have a constant supply of plants growing. If you're in South Texas, now's the time to get out there and start your gardens, because before you know it, it's gonna get hot. I could tell this winter that we had a very mild winter this year, not compared to like last year and the year before, where it was a lot of rain and it was cold. We're gonna go straight into summer this year, I have a feeling. And today, January 28th, it's going to be, I think, 82 degrees today. Anyway, thanks for coming along on the tour of our garden. Please click like, subscribe, share, and comment down below, and have a good day, everyone.